All you need is love. All you need is love.
Almost vegan sugar biscuit. Please have one. We love you.
What do you think about all this here at Occupy Austin?
Yeah, it's interesting mix of people out here. I think it's good that people are out. I think there's a lot of misguided people here. So I came down hopefully to talk to some people. But I think next time I need to bring a sign. Helps people. It helps me engage with some of these people.
What's the main thing you'd like to say to them?
I just like to educate them on, what the situation is with this country. They are focusing on the wrong people. I think they need to focus on the Federal Reserve, which most of them don't really care about, and they need to focus on, the elites who control the government. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people here are just here supporting Obama and the Obama agenda, and if they're really concerned about the 1%, then why are they supporting Obama? Because Obama is just their lackey. He's their puppet. So.
Yes, ending the occupying the Fed.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
You'd be for
yeah,
that,
yeah,
yes.
That's a good thing. Yeah. I think more people need to know about the Fed. But unfortunately, most people don't.
Well, that's a major education effort that we need to get going here.
Yeah,
absolutely. And what do you got to say about Ron Paul?
He's my hero.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's been speaking the truth now for the past 35 years, and people want honest politicians, and they keep looking to the left and right for him, and they keep getting fooled. But Ron Paul, he's been there the whole time. Yeah.
Antonio Buehler, thanks for talking to us.
Hey, thank you.
My name is Michael Walsh, and I went to UT here and went back to the LBJ School of Public Affairs. And I've been researching global citizenship for about 5 years now, and I tell you, it is really an amazing movement. It is global, and it is based on the internet. And the internet is the greatest communication tool ever
Okay, so what I wanted to talk about is how you spend your money. Either supports what I call the killer clans or what the Beatles call the blue meanies.
Don't worry about it. He's right. The demos in New York for the Republican convention, I went up there to participate in those. It was almost identical to what's going on there now. I mean, it was amazing. There was, but then we only had cell phones. So the cops would do a sweep. I mean, a massive sweep. They'd sweep clear Union Square. And people get on their cell phone and say, well, Union Square's been filled, let's go. And the subways, I mean, the underground is, what a perfect dual-purpose machine that is. People just start appearing from underground, and they refilled it in like 15 minutes. The cops are sitting around just talking, worn out. And from the air, it would have been obvious that we had them surrounded.
Okay, Jack Blood talking to PsiOp Radio. What do you think about this scene out here today?
I think that this is a wonderful example of how the people have broken their programming and how freedom is the light at the end of the tunnel. One thing I would say is that we do have to start agreeing on what freedom means, because if freedom is the answer no matter what the question, we need to understand the answer. The Constitution says that's life, liberty, and property. That means don't mess with my life, my liberty, and my property, and I won't mess with yours. And it does demand a certain person accountability. Mack, on a personal note, I do have a little bit of a problem, and that in 2007, as you know, I helped start the original Tea Party. We call it the Liberty Party with the Ron Paul movement. For 8 years, I fought to expose and bring down the Bush administration. Now I am called a racist, a ball sucker, and a terrorist. Before I was a left-wing extremist, I'm still the same person. So what we hear about the Tea Parties are, and there are problems, certainly the so-called richest 1% have their finger in these works for all of these movements, but we again tend to lump things into. To say the Tea Party are racist because there's no people of color at a Tea Party is a blatant lie. There are people of color at a Tea Party. I would hedge to bet there are more people of color at a Tea Party than you see here. Matt, go around and you will see almost nobody of color at this movement, yet you will not see the mainstream media denounce this as some kind of a racist movement. That is a typical lying, hypocritical, double standard by the mainstream media, who will try to paint this as much as they can as a left-wing movement, just as they have the Tea Party as a right-wing movement, so they can potentially get both sides fighting in the streets, and that they can control this operation. I think the operation is getting out of control, Mack, and that the people are wising up and getting smarter by the second. It will not be used by the so-called richest 1%, of which we are trying to tell people who these guys are. Who are the richest 1%? Why aren't they going to be taxed? Because they hide all their money in tax-free foundations. Google the Reese commissions in the 1950s to find out how these guys all hide their money. So we'll figure out who the richest 1% are. In the meantime, the solutions are very simple. We end the Fed, we create a public banking system to keep our money in our community and out of the hands of Goldman Sachs. We create honest money, honest currency that isn't fiat currency, and that of course means getting rid of the fractional reserve lending system. We legalize freedom above all, and we decentralize and repeal. Even if we don't know what's going on, we constantly support decentralization of everything and the repealing of everything. Why? Because all laws are political and selectively enforced. That's why.
Yes, well, thank you very much.